Hey, how's it going, guys? Jack and Matt here with the Toasty Bros, and we are living in 2021 because we just spent $700 to get all the parts straight from Walmart to build a gaming PC.
We went on Walmart.com and found a bunch of products that Walmart sold and shipped directly from themselves. Maybe in some stores you might be able to pick some of this stuff up, but on Walmart.com you can get stuff directly from them to build a gaming PC. Is it any good? Well, we'll talk about that. But first, a word from today's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by eWin and their lineup of gaming chairs. Today we are showcasing the Champion series that features premium PU leather, including a head and lumbar pillow, a super comfortable and wear-resistant cold cure foam seat that will hold up to long gaming and work sessions, along with built-in height and angle adjustments, along with a sturdy aluminum base and soft glide wheels that will easily roll on all types of flooring. Everybody here at Toasty Bros HQ are very impressed with the build quality and comfort of this chair, and you can pick it up in a wide range of colors, and really it's much more affordable than you might think. So if you're looking to upgrade your gaming or home office setup, definitely consider eWin and the Night series of chairs along with all the other chairs they offer by clicking the link in the description down below, and be sure to use code TOASTY on checkout. So as you can tell, we got PC parts in front of us, and I'll be sure to tell McAllister to throw some B-roll on screen here where I show you how we shot for each individual part. There are a couple weird things with some of the parts, like the power supply and the case. There were some compromises that had to be made, but we have a functioning PC without a graphics card. We'll talk about that later, but let's just dive into each individual part and how it makes up this PC build.
So for the processor, we feel like we got pretty lucky and we were able to get a Ryzen 5 5600G at pretty much MSRP, and this is the latest and greatest APU from AMD. So the only reason that we went with an APU was because, well, Walmart does not sell graphics cards. We're not really sure why, but the graphics card market hasn't quite made it to them yet. It kind of reminds me of like back in the day Best Buy when they just sold a couple things. Like they sold some RAM, maybe some processors, but like no graphics card, no cases. And once we get to the case too, there's like literally one option, so that's also fun. But they do have some processor options, which is nice, and we paid MSRP. Now for the motherboard, we just have an Asus Prime B550 Plus motherboard. It is a nice full-size board. We really like these boards just because, you know, they're not super high-end. It is just a B550, it's not X570, but why would you really want an X570 with a 5600G? It has some nice color scheme to it, the gray and black, lots of expansion options, because you can easily add a graphics card to this build and make it play 20 times better. It seems like P&Y is definitely a Walmart favorite because we got quite a few P&Y things. This is the P&Y Accelerate Gaming RAM. We got the white version of it. And this is actually 16 gigs, 3600 megahertz, which pretty hard to find. And it's RGB. Like that's the ultimate combo, and everyone wants it right now, so it's not easy to find 3600 megahertz like this. And then we also have this P&Y Gen 3 NVMe SSD. It is 500 gigs and NVMe M.2. No extra cables needed. Plug straight into the motherboard. They really always work. We've never had issues with them, so very excited for that.
Now for the power supply, this is one area where we kind of made a compromise, but not really. This is the Corsair CX450M. When you shop on Walmart's website and you buy stuff that's sold and shipped through Walmart, all they have is this power supply and then that gigabyte power supply that Gamers Nexus just kind of like ripped. So didn't really want to buy that thing. We wanted something that's actually somewhat reliable, and Corsair makes some really good power supplies, and 450 watts is more than enough for an APU build, and slapping it in something like an RX 6600 later on to upgrade. And last but certainly not least, this case, which appears to be an Apevia knockoff. We got Anivia here. This thing had a 1-star rating, but it looked fine, and it was really the only case you could buy from Walmart that was sold and shipped through Walmart. It has, well, 4 RGB fans. Don't know if they're ARGB or if they're static or whatever. We'll find out later when we open this thing up, but it supports a full-size board, and as long as the RGB works, I mean, you know we like our budget RGB cases, so this might be a decent option, and they use Zenma fans. Never heard of them. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and build this APU build. It's not gonna take very long. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now that we have this Walmart only gaming PC all booted up and ready to go, let's talk about a couple benchmarks real quick. Now we decided to test this PC in 3 titles, those being Splitgate, Back 4 Blood, and Apex Legends, mainly being because we've tested the 5600G 1,000 times, and I just want to give you all a quick benchmark to just show you that it actually works. And in Splitgate on low settings at 1080p, we actually got 80 plus FPS. While the Vega graphics on the 5600G aren't great, they're perfectly adequate for esports titles like Splitgate, and especially when you pair it with really fast RAM like the 3600 MHz RAM we have here, you get some really good results, and that shows in Back 4 Blood as well, using AMD FSR on balanced preset at 1080p, which for those who don't know, FSR is the equivalent of NVIDIA DLSS, but it's open to NVIDIA and AMD, and it works really well with these CPUs to allow the actual game to run at 720p, then be upscaled to 1080p to give you the performance of 720p. So at 1080p, native 1080p, we're actually getting 55 plus FPS, but mostly 60 FPS in a newer AAA title like Back 4 Blood. This game is absolutely a lot of fun. If you're a Left 4 Dead fan and really want to give it a shot, definitely consider it. We've been playing it a lot here at the office, especially during our marathon streams over on Twitch, and we really like the nostalgia it brings with the whole Left 4 Dead gameplay style that we really liked when we were younger. And last but certainly not least is Apex Legends. We decided to go 720p with this one. Normally I would go 1600 by 900, but I wanted to see what the absolute best case scenario was, and we did low settings, and we actually got 60 plus FPS. Is it great playing at 720p? No. But if you're somebody who has an APU and is going to be stuck with an APU for a while, you could always pick up an older 720p monitor, and it would look a lot better than non-native resolution like running 720p on a 1080p monitor, and you could actually play most games at 720p no problem whatsoever. So yeah, overall this PC works. It is a 5600G. We know exactly how it's going to perform. Very easily upgradable with a graphics card, and it goes to show you if you happen to have a Walmart gift card, if your family only wants to buy for Walmart, or for whatever reason you just have to buy a PC from Walmart, you can do so and it will work. So how about we bring Jackson back in here to wrap this video up real quick.
Alright guys, so this PC performs, well, like you expect a new, nice AMD APU to perform. It can play all your esports titles really well at 1080p, and then obviously AAAs, for the most part, are undoable, but there's some settings you can tweak to be able to play them at very low settings, very low FPS. And overall though, for $700, this is really a great platform to upgrade on in the future.
The price is pretty comparable to just buying from like Amazon, Newegg, or any other retailer, so you're really not saving or spending way more money. There were a few things here and there that are a little bit weird, but the main takeaway from this video would be, if you're doing some really hard deal hunting for PC hardware, don't overlook Walmart. You might actually find some deals on there, and if you want to buy anything after today's video, links to the description down below will be affiliate links and it will help us out. If you really like this PC, we'll try to leave links to Walmart and other retailers so you can, well, pick stuff up.
So as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other two YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/toastybros. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!
This PC that we just built for $700 will be for sale on our PC selling website.
PCBros.tech is where we sell all the PCs we feature in these videos, and also some exclusive ones, and ones with 3060 Ti's. Those graphics cards you can't get. Go to our website, pick one up today. See you guys later. Goodbye.